My name is Dana Coe. I'm looking ways to improve my usage and just overall picture.
Alrighty, go ahead and throw that to someone else, please.
Oh, sorry.
You know it's hard to catch.
Some ideas of how to make the lesson flow a little more, maybe make it a little more exciting.
Great, and one more person.
I have to find out if we're implementing it and using all the resources that we should be and making sure that it's working to the best that it can in our school.
Great, and actually, why don't you throw it to one of these elements you folks?
I have the strategies for
Awesome. Okay, I'll take those. With the second thing up there, the question, I'm going to have you hold that because the second hour of this, the way this is going to work, is I'm going to actually do a short model lesson for you all right now. And you're going to participate as learners, I'm going to facilitate, and then we're going to debrief it and talk about some strategies that happened there. And then after that, I'm going to show you some of the advice for instruction that I used and also what I added to make that lesson really my own. And then that's like Dr. Domain was saying, what you all can add to make lessons your own based on your own strengths as teachers. So that's what we're going to do for the first hour, the model lesson. And then the second hour is going to be essentially facilitated time for you all to ask questions either to your own content area or to other content areas and get hopefully those questions you just wrote down answered by either me, one of Kara's team, Erica, Michelle, Dr. Domain. And if you don't get your question answered leaving today, I'm going to collect them all and get you answers and then send them out to the email. Does that make sense? All right, so with the model lesson, I'm going to be passing around this wireless mouse before them actually get to it. We're going to start here for a second, and you're going to start us out. And you don't have to do anything yet. So we haven't actually started the model lesson yet, but I'm much of a mover, so if you don't mind scooting your seats in, because I'm going to want to be like walking through tables and stuff as we go. Take a look up front for a second, and you may remember this from June if you can remember that far ago, but I know a lot's happened since then. This is how Agile Mind presents lessons. We launch them, we investigate them, and then we debrief them. And the goal with this is to get students excited about the real world context, something to grasp onto, then some time to explore with whatever materials we give them, and then finally to put the math to it and give them those actual abstract ways to think about this that we've been asking them to do their whole lives before, doing that in the last segment. So go ahead and tell me your name one more time, please. Tracy, and click number 2 up there. All right, just quickly on this page, our idea is to put the ideas first. And if you haven't noticed that already, it's going to be pretty clear as your lessons go. You see the ideas, and then you grapple with them, and finally we make them abstract. Go ahead and click us onto 3. So take a look, scroll down just a tad so we can see the bottom of this. And take a look at this for a second. It says engagement in Agile Mind. And just yell out some of the interactions that you see happening in the classroom. Who is interacting in the classroom? Anyone can share.
Student, student.
Student to student. Who else? There's 3 interactions. One is student to peers. What's another one?
Student to teacher.
Student to teacher. And what's the third one?
Teacher to class.
Teacher to class. So I want, while I'm doing my model lesson, you all to kind of keep your eye on how each of those 3 interactions is playing out. Now, what's at the center of this? Say it out loud. Content. That's the visualizations that you all love, the student activity books that everybody has been using greatly, and all those other things that you've been adding to your classrooms to make them tie together. Tracy, go ahead and pass that mouse to someone at another table and click us onto page 4, please. Alrighty, so scroll down a tab so we can see this whole thing. These are just a couple pieces that you already do in your classroom. You differentiate, you assess, you use literacy strategies, engagement, you do timing, you use the advice for instruction, hopefully. I'm going to do all of these things, or attempt to, and just keep your eye on them as I'm going, because at the end we're going to have a chance to reflect. So so that you can pick up some ideas and maybe add some of your own ideas to these lessons. Go ahead and click us on there, Kyle, if I remember correctly. All right, you don't have to read this, but what I am going to do is ask you what you think or what you've seen as being maybe your best Agile Mind lesson. If it was like the ideal Agile Mind lesson and you saw the best teacher doing it, what do you think it would look like? And I'm going to throw the hedgehog to a couple people to share out. I don't know your name, so I'm going to throw it to you in the front. What's your name?
Angie.
And what do you think an Agile Mind lesson should look like?
Well, just thinking about one of our lessons that seemed to go really well was the animation. The students were engaged through the lesson with the animations that kind of drew them in, and then they practiced a little bit, and I think that's as far as we got that day.
All right, awesome. So they were engaged, I heard you say. You said animation, which is good. Let's get two more. What do you think an Agile Mind lesson ideally would look like? We're using it to its maximum capabilities in our classrooms. And those of you that aren't teachers are welcome to share also. Erica, Michelle, so who just walked in? You have something in your mouth. Chris. Anyone else? All right, name again?
Mark.
Mark is going to share.
Collaboration.
Collaboration, and tell me one more thing. Throw that to someone else.
Sherry. Well, you picked on me earlier today.
I think some of the student-to-student interaction where you're having the conversations.
Okay, awesome. Who has the mouse right now? All right, so I'm going to move us on, and we're going to take a look at the AFI after